Number 44 at forward, Shannon Qualls. Number 20 at guard will be Rodney Hutchins. Number 20. Michael Smith, the PA announcer, says, starting at forward. Tim Dishner starting at forward also. Number 12 at guard will be Alan Bowen. And here's Doug with the big blue starting lineup. Blue Devils starting lineup. Hear the crowd in the background. First time they took the court in front of public this year. You can actually see standing ovation for this team. Probably the best basketball team Gate City's had in years. Dave Mason has done a great job with them. And you'll see a real fast team. Number 22, Tommy Music, senior. Number 24, Kevin Morse. Number 54, Chris Shelton. Number 32, Big Dog Brian Heron. And at number 44, Jason Hensley. And there is the starting lineup for the Gate City Blue Devils. They're fixing to take on the Cove Eagles. Well, Gate City tonight looking at a little bit of bragging rights here to Scott County, getting the season started off. So far, we have had a blowout in the JV game. Gate City is predicted to win this one big, and we are looking at, across the way there, some of the Gate City fans and our own basketball team as they get ready for action. Everything looks good for this season. We've heard nothing but praise from everyone that has seen the Blue Devil team play. Doug, watched them play a little scrimmage ball against Science Hill, and I was amazed.
Science Hill's a AAA Tennessee school, and I understand we more or less put it on them, didn't we, Mike?
Well, when you beat a AAA school by 24 or 25 points, you start wondering whether or not you're going to be in real heavy contention all over everywhere this year.
Shelton jumps against Tim Dishner. We'll see who gets the jump. Big man Shelton. I believe it went to Shelton. He tipped it over to Shannon Qualls. Qualls down to number 12.
Number 32 working around under there, and ball up. Whoa, blocked away. That was a block. Gate City's going to be hard underneath there.
Sure, Mike. Rodney Hutchins with the ball outside, number 20. Finds number 12, Alan Bowen. And he in turn passes back to Hutchins, over to Dishner in the middle. Let's see if they can't get something set up.
Taken there by Shelton. Shelton passing over to number 32 of Gate City. Down underneath, ball picked up there. Whoa, Shelton's tough. Long shot by number 20, Music, right in there.
Did it. I've got a feeling we'll be seeing a lot of that tonight, Mike.
Bring the ball down on Rye Cove. Gate City back on defense. Passing around the top of the key there is number 12. That's Bowen. And we've got a foul down in there. Coach Mason, as you could catch in the top of your picture there, he coaches from the sideline. Passing around the top of the key over to number 32. Back up to number 20. That's Hutchins. Hutchins looking to run the offense. Drives inside. Shot is blocked away by Shelton. That was a clean block. There was no contact on that. That was clean.
That looked mean, too, Mike.
We had a great shot on that. Thank you, Bobby. Good job there.
Shelton's a big old young man.
Look at there. Foul will, no, traveling. I thought the
foul for walking, number 20.
I thought they were going to call a foul there on number 32 of Gate City. That was Brian Heron, but
big dog.
The big dog didn't get caught that time.
Jason Hensley brings the ball down for Gate City. Finds Tommy Music. Music looks, takes a couple steps, and I believe number 32 for Rock Cove will be called with the foul. Tim Dissner. Brian Heron throws the ball, will be throwing the ball in for Gate City. Unusual formation.
It's a block out. Watch it. Well, it didn't work the way they thought it would, but it goes to Shelton. Ball comes off. Rebound by number 32. The big dog shot up again. No. Got a foul. Who is that, Doug? Got that one.
It's on Rock Cove. No bucket. Music now throws the ball into the Devils. Over to big dog. Kevin Morris into Jason Hensley. Hensley throws a little one-hander up and in.
You'll watch, Gate City has got amazing ball handling. They have, oh, look at there.
Great speed, too. Kevin Morris, we're going to call him Moose. He quick on the draw there and just knocked the ball out of bounds. Devils lead by 4.
Stolen away by Gate City. Moose up with a shot and in.
There's that, he's a great ball player and a good ball handler. And he drew the foul on the shot and everything, then made the shot, so it's going to be a three-pointer. I feel for sure.
I have seen some basketball teams, and I was associated with a group of boys that went to a half-state championship in single A, but I have never seen the likes of this Gate City team this year.
They're really fired up about this year, and they got something to be proud of because they are good, Mike. See the confidence Moose had in himself, and that's got a lot to do with it. You got to be confident before you can do any good. Hutchins in trouble. Pass on to Shannon Qualls.
Qualls passing back cross court to Bowen. Bowen back cross court to, I believe that's Hutchins. Hutchins driving and nowhere to go with the basketball. Passes back out to number 12, Bowen. Stolen away again by Gate City. 2-on-1 layup going in.
Give Moose 2.
That's 4 quick points for Moose. Make that 5 quick, a 3-point play.
Jason Hensley and number 12, Alan Bowen getting a little aggressive there. The timeout on the court with 5 minutes and 38 seconds remaining, first period of play. Devils lead 9-0 over the Rock Cove Eagles. And you can see the cheerleaders, they're really getting into this, and they're doing a little stunt there. And they do a great job, Mike. Cheerleaders keeping everybody up on their feet tonight, getting the team really fired up.
I'll tell you what, these Gate City cheerleaders have got to get a pat on the back, and they travel a lot with these boys, and it's very demanding. I know, Doug, with what we do, I find myself wondering sometimes where I'm going to be and where I am. I get confused. And the cheerleaders, they go through all this with all the teams, not just the boys basketball and football. They travel with the girls everywhere and do a little bit of everything.
Bowen with the ball, I think number 32. Yeah, Tommy Music going to be charged with the foul. Number 22, I'm sorry. I was looking at Big Dog and thinking Tommy, so 32 with the ball is Tim Dishner. Gate City has a tremendous defense.
Number
Qualls finally breaks ice.
Shannon Qualls got the 2 points on the board there and a shot there. Boom! Moose again from about 15 feet. Gate City took about 3 seconds from one end of the court to the other to put that bucket in. Bowen passing to Hutchins. Ball taken away by the Blue Devils. Moose with it again. Layup up and in. Gate City jumps out to an 11-point lead with 5 minutes left to play in the first period. Balls underneath there for Rye Cove. Shot away, won't come off.
Music on the rebound. Look how quick these guys are. Music slows it down just a little bit. Finds Jason Hensley over on the left-hand side, and they're trying to set up a play here. Hensley drives inside. I think he's going to be called, number 44, Hensley's going to be called with a charge. They had that set up. He was going to Shelton in the middle. It was going to be 2 points.
He just bumped into the guy there. He had his feet firmly planted, and that happens from time to time, especially when you're playing this speed of basketball. Quick passing, and the ball goes out of bounds on Rye Cove, just thrown over the head of Qualls up into the stage area here at Gate City High School.
Jason Hensley brings the ball into Brian Herron, and a little slow pace right now. Dave Mason will turn the coal up there in a minute, though. Public music now, number 22 outside.
They've got a big lead quickly coming off, and they're trying to work for the good shots. Music shot won't fall. Comes down to the War Eagles. They bring it down court, pass over to number 32, Dishner. Dishner down over to Qualls. Qualls looking for a place to go. Passes to Hutchins. Hutchins, a shot up. Won't fall, comes down to Music.
Music is a pretty good size forward. He would probably be a good guard in a college. But you can see Gate City back on defense real quick whenever they get the opportunity. They like to bust the net and run and gun. I think it's more or less what it's called. See Kevin Morris again with the shot. And Tommy Music, quick on the rebound. He's fouled by number 32, Tim Dishner.
It's number 40, Michael Smith, the person that committed the foul there, Doug. And it's hard to pick them all out.
Sure is.
Shot by Music, won't fall. Comes off to Rye Cove. Rebound there by number 40. Pass down underneath. Headed for Hutchins and knocked away by Moose. They saved 2 there. Who are we calling Moose?
Kevin Morris.
Kevin Morris. Does he like being called Moose?
Sure does, Mike.
Oh, great job there. Number 44 of Gate City steals the ball away, goes all the way down, won't drop, gets the rebound, and Moose drops it in there. Hensley did a great job stealing that ball away and taking it down. Passing across to Bowen. Bowen looks. Gonna call him
Jason Hensley, personal foul. Devils on top by 13.
Bowen inbound the ball for Rye Cove.
Into Hutchins. Back to Bowen, and I think he's going to be called for traveling, yeah. Got to dribble the ball before you can move very much, Mike.
Substitution coming in for the Blue Devils,
Quillen
Matt Quillen. Now, Matt is
Skyboy.
Skyboy, they say. Calling tough. Look at there. Out there playing with a nose guard and everything on. I think he had an injury earlier and doing his best to protect it out there. Passing around, stolen away by Bowen. Bowen bringing the ball down, 3-on-1. Oh, foul going to be called there.
Big dog, Brian Herron. That'll bring up 2 shots. Been a fast first period, Mike. 2 minutes and 58 seconds remaining. And I don't know where this first period's going.
I don't either, but the score is Gate City 15 and Rye Cove 2. And that 2 came on a free throw.
You can see, it went right in there. You can hear the crowd in the background. Beautiful shot, and it's missed. Big man, Chris Shelton, came up the rebound. Quick pass over to Brian Herron. Brian takes it down, turns around, jump shot, boom.
Nice job there by Brian Herron. Bowen bring the ball down, pass over to number 22 of the Cove, number 32, Dishner. Handing it out over to Hutchins. Hutchins working around the top. Oh, down the Bowen, underneath to number 32. Shot won't fall, comes down to number 40. Shelton will be called for the foul, I believe.
I think so, Mike. He's big, and when he goes up, you know, when you're real big like that and tall, it's hard to keep your balance. He might have bounced over on the guy a little bit. See, Dave Mason saying straight up, so he might have got over on him just a tad.
One thing, too, when you go straight up like that, a lot of times the shooter will jump a little bit forward into you, and a lot of times you'll be caught even though it's not really your fault.
trying to shoot the foul shot off-centered, and he missed it.
Everybody has their own style with free throws. I've seen everything from a granny to an off-center like this young man uses. Second shot here by Smith, going up. 1-point leader, comes down to number 34, Quillen. Quillen passing down to the Moose. Moose shot up in there, and he'll draw the foul. That bucket will count.
He's one of the finest players, and Moose is just a junior. And one of the finest players Gate City's had in a long time. Kevin Morris, number 24, will be shooting one. Try to get a three-point play to score. Gate City 19, Rock Cove 3. And you look what form he uses. But rebound almost by time music. Rodney Hutchins quickly came up with it.
They try to do the fancy ball handling, and they are not able to handle it there. It goes out of bounds.
Some of the people on this sideline really didn't think so much.
We're looking out there, going to Qualls. Qualls looks around. He is boxed in there. Pass to number 12, Bowen. Moose will be called for the foul. We'd like to mention to you, if you want to VCR copy any of the programs that we do on Channel 30, that's perfectly all right with us. The only thing we ask is you don't retransmit them or rebroadcast them to someone, you know, for profitable means or something like that. That is expressly forbidden by the Virginia High School League. This is done strictly for the boys. There's no gain or anything, no advertising that we're using on this. We don't have the authorization to advertise and don't want to. Looking back down court to number 22. Music shot up and good.
Big Dog Heron just fed him on sort of like a snowbird, and Tommy just grabbed it and shot the ball in and burnt the net. You can see Gate City's tough on defense, and that's the fastest offense I've seen of any high school basketball team in many years, Mike.
I timed them here just a second ago, Doug. 3 seconds from a made bucket to the other end of the floor and the bucket going in.
Dave Mason says they're going to be fast. You can see. That's almost.
Did you see that? Did you see Shelton's hand on top of the basketball?
That brings up a 1-1 shot for number 12, Alan Bowen.
Doug, it's hard to follow this. It's so fast.
Sure is, Mike. Just bear with us, and we'll try to do the best we can.
18-point lead for the Blue Devils. Shot is going up and in. Second shot following here.
Bowen again, 52nd free throw. Quickly rebounded by Matt Quillen over to Morris, and he passes back to Big Dog Heron. Slows it up just a little bit. Looking for Tommy. Music finds him. Tommy plants his feet. Boom. I knew that one was going in.
That was 15 feet and nothing but net. Look at there. The Moose pushes away to Music. Music goes and drives it all the way in, and the bucket goes.
That final touch, put it in, Matt.
Just a little right spin on the basketball and right in there.
1 minute, 5 seconds.
And stolen away again, this time by Music. His shot, boom.
Anywhere he wants to shoot it, Mike, it's Cotton.
Gate City now leading by 23. And the first period is not over. 50 seconds left in it. Shot by Qualls comes off. Will be brought down by Shelton finally. Foul. No, they don't call a foul.
Bounds on Qualls' foot there, Mike. 48 seconds remaining. 27-4. This is a blowout, Mike.
We will probably see the second team of Gate City shortly. Oh, nice one there.
Big Dog Brian Heron.
Brian Heron really drove it in. Number 20, Hutchins, pushing forward and finally drops one for Rye Cove. Passing down to Moose. Moose, a shot up, will not fall. Shelton with a rebound, won't go, and the second time is good. How are you going to out-rebound a man that stands 6 feet, at least 8 inches tall, and you stand 5 feet 10? Qualls, shut up, won't go down. Comes off to number 22, Music.
Call with 2 seconds remaining, first period. I'm not sure. I think it might bring Music to the line, number 22. I think little Ferguson checking in for Gate City now.
Check that number there.
Number 12, Arthur Ferguson. Thought I was right.
Doug, you have the advantage of having been a bus driver for a lot of these young men, and you can pick them out quick.
I drove a lot of these when they played 8th grade ball, Mike. Music missed a free throw. Matt Quillen got the rebound, put it back up, and that's the end of the first period with Gate City 31, the Rocco War Eagles 6.
25-point lead for Gate City as they go over to the sideline and getting ready for the second period of action. A nice gentleman there is going to get us, Kent Smith is going to get us, Karina's dad, Karina Smith's dad, going to get us something to drink. That's just indicative of everything, the way the people are in Gate City, though. I have to say this, we've got the greatest group of people in this area that I've ever had the pleasure to work around and work with. They handle everything great for us. A good shot there across the way of some of the folks. You can pick yourself out. I can't pick you out because I don't know all of you. And I seem to meet a few more every day. But the Gate City fans are just super. And we are tickled to death to be bringing you Blue Devil basketball. You're watching Cablevision Channel 30, the only source for Scott County High School athletics on cable.
Blue Devil ball. Tommy Music will be thrown in to Brian Heron. 8-minute quarters in varsity Highland District basketball.
Highland District. Number 32, working it down to Music. Pass over to the Big Moose. Back over to Music. Music passing to Shelton. Shelton. 3 seconds is called against number 34, Matt Quillen. Bowen with the basketball, pass to Qualls. Qualls poked away there by the Moose.
Quick and lively.
That has to be a key word for Gate City's basketball team this year. They're quick.
Sure, Mike, and they proved that too. See, Big Dog Heron going for the ball, tipped it over to Moose, and ooh, beautiful layup.
I've noticed there too, following up on the shot, Music was right there. If that hadn't fallen in, he had the rebound and it was going in.
Good pass there to by Rodney Hutchins, number 24. Travis Johnson, and he drew the foul. Looks like 2 shots. Up next to go for Gate City is Matt Quillen, 34, and the tree, Chris Shelton. First shot's up and missed.
Second shot coming here, and it is up. Comes off. Shelton with the rebound.
No sweat.
Pass over to number 32. Goes over to Moose and taken away by Bowen. Gate City coming back down quickly. Look at that now. That is defense. That is defense.
Yes.
They were beaten, and they outran the play.
It's amazing me, Mike. Kevin Morris, we call him Moose, number 24, is quick. He's good. He's a good ball handler. He's all over the court. He drew the foul there. And, I think Coach Mason will back him up off that real tight defense there of the goal, probably. With a 33-6.
They're going to call traveling there or something on Music. I have to say this much. Dave Mason has worked a team out. Now, this is not a bunch, usually a lot of times in high school basketball, you'll see one man that carries the whole team. That's not the case with Gate City. It's the whole team playing out there.
They do, Mike, and he gets everybody involved. And
good catch there in the stands by a man in a red jacket down there.
Coach Mason's dad.
That's Coach Mason's dad on the opposite side.
No wonder. He's sitting across from Dave. He's probably signaling him what he needs to do or something. Father knows best.
Passing over, Moose walks.
Bucket went in, though. Whistle didn't stop the score.
Pass cross court to Hutchins. Hutchins stops and looks for Bowen across the other side. Going into Qualls. Qualls just backs up into somebody and turns around and bangs one in.
Mac Quillen throws the ball into Brian Herron. Herron sets it up out front. Pass over to Tommy Music up and boom. I can call that one a mile away. Pure cotton, Mac.
Hutchins driving down for Ryko, blocked. And the foul will be called on Shelton. However, that was questionable there.
At least from where I seen it from, Mac.
We'll have to look at that one later in slow motion. We can't exactly do that for you, but in the future maybe.
We try to do a good job, y'all may have to bear with. Hutchins hits the free throw, make it 9. The Cove almost in double digits. 35-9, 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Hutchins makes it easy too, 10 points now.
Gate City leads 35-10. 6 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first half of play.
Herron brings the ball down, pass over to Morris. Morris back to Herron. Herron to Music in the corner. He fakes a shot. Comes back out to Herron. Drives inside. Finds Matt Quillen. Looks like Big Dog Herron's going to be charged with a charger.
Charged with a charge.
Charged with a charge.
MasterCard, Visa, whatever you use.
Put a little juice in him. Rodney Hutchins. Good ball handler for Ryko, but you've seen Brian Herron coming back on defense, stole the ball, drives inside, puts it up, makes up for that little charge he committed there a while ago. Devils now lead 30.
Look at there, almost stolen away again there.
Mac Quillen almost came up with it. With 34.
Bruce Trask.
24, I'm sorry. Travis Johnson, Mike.
Travis Johnson.
Brian Herron almost lost a handle on it. They're double teaming most of our guards outside tonight. Watch Kevin Morris put the move on him, and Tommy Music now to this side shows he can shoot from either side. 22 Music will probably be the Southwest District Player of the Year.
Rebound by Shelton, and comes down over to Music, stolen away by Hutchins. Shot up, won't fall. Foul's going to be called. No bucket.
Big Dog Herron might be in foul trouble here after a while, Mike.
He is playing a hustling game out there, but when you do that, you've got to be careful or you'll get yourself in quick.
We've got Arthur Ferguson in the lineup now for Gate City. And Jason Hensley back in. Gate City will take a timeout.
Gate City has gone up by 27 points.
Sure, Mike, and got to give these cheerleaders credit again. Every timeout they get, they come on and do a good job of getting the crowd up, and you can see that they're out there supporting, and we've even got the Gate City High School Blue Devil Band here, and the score with 5 minutes and 5 seconds remaining, 39-12.
The gentleman you're seeing right there on your screen, I'm going to show you just how involved this town is. That is Coach Mason's dad, Dwight Mason, obviously making the trip over here to watch his sons coach the team, and
done a great job.
Doing a great job of it. We have to give him a lot of credit. Now, Sandy Blackwell and Coach Quillen also deserve a lot of credit because they brought these boys up to the point to where they could hand them over to Mason. And he's just put the real fine polish on them. He really has. They've done a great job all night. A 27-point lead reflects that.
Shannon Qualls on the line. Shooting 1 and 1. We'll see if he can do anything with it. Missed it. Jason Hensley quickly down court. You can see the speed. Oh, read Tommy Music in the middle, but overthrew him just a tad, or underthrew him, just led him a little bit too far.
Hutchins with the ball for Rye Cove. Dribbling against Music. He steps out of bounds. Gate City takes over the basketball. 4 minutes, 53 seconds. Gate City with a 27-point lead.
Ferguson brings the ball in to Jason Hensley. Hensley's looking for Morris, finds him. Morris, I'm thinking, going to shoot. No, he finds Matt Quillen. Quillen misses. Shelton, everybody on the rebound. Qualls finally came down with it, Mike.
Sold away by Morris, the big moose as we've been calling him tonight. Pass is going over, and whoa, gets away from Ferguson. Passing back to Music. Music sets up. Boom! That boy's deadly. He is deadly from anywhere on the floor.
Big Tommy Music.
Underneath.
Give Jason Hensley that block there. Good job.
You know, I've noticed they're trying to use Qualls underneath and muscle in on the Blue Devils, but with Shelton and Matt Quillen under there, it's hard to do anything with them.
24 is going to be called for a foul. 21 will be the I'm not sure who'll be shooting it. I think maybe Arthur Ferguson, number 12. It's the first time we've seen Ferguson shooting tonight.
It is a
good shot.
1-1 shot, I started to say, and that one's good.
So Gate City leads 42-12 back. Just don't seem to be slacking off. That was in there. Dead eye.
Hutchins bringing the ball down for Rye Cove. Passing over to Bowen. Bowen driving down under the middle, and the ball goes away, and it goes out.
In there on defense, knocked the ball out. Moose come up with it. Moose passed over to Jason Hensley, around the back pass to Shelton.
That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. That was Harlem Globetrotter stuff.
Now you'll see some of that, Mike. Matt Quillen's going to be caught the block. Now, he just kept Rodney Hutchins from getting inside, but did draw the foul.
I just can't believe the finesse of this high school basketball team. It is amazing me.
I heard earlier today that I would see things tonight that I wouldn't see in a normal high school ball game, and I've done seen it, Mike. Hutchins makes his first free throw.
Shot going up and comes off. Gate City was in the lane. Arthur Ferguson.
Well, he gets a second try at it, Mike.
He made that one.
Yeah, Jason Hensley quick now down court is going to drive all the way in, and ooh, what a beautiful shot. Dave Mason has taught these boys to drive the middle, and every chance they get, they do it. And usually they come up with two. They should lead 47-14. Shot number 12 missed. Music comes out the rebound quickly down court. Puts the fake over to Moose and in there. Moose used that left hand and soft touch. So easy, makes it look real easy.
There he goes again. Moose taking it down. Look at there. Isn't that beautiful?
I'm pretty nice. You couldn't ask for any. The ball team is working so well together, you would think they were all brothers.
Timeout called by Rye Cove. So get up the scoreboard here when you can a second, Bobby, if you could, when you get here. So just take your time there. It's over there on the wall somewhere. There we go. Look at that.
Really, you know, this is 51 points, and it's not even the first half, and we don't know where the score. I don't think the scoreboard will handle over 100, and I would like to see it go and start all over again.
The way things are going right now, we could spot them 100 points and maybe beat them. The way Gate City has played this first half, this has been probably the best high school basketball game I have ever seen, as far as a team just going out and showing how well they can perform.
You did say it to a team, Mike, and Dave Mason has worked hard individually with these boys, along with Sandy Blackwell and Chuck Quillen. They know their capabilities, and I think each player out there, whether I don't know where you call it, first string or second string. I see Troy Daly coming in now. And Ferguson again at number 14, Johnny Gibson. So I feel like this bunch here is just as good as the bunch that started out there.
I'm going to tell you something. I believe we ought to call them non-starters instead of a second team. That's for sure. They are good enough to be playing almost anywhere in any high school except with the group that is leading them right now. They're tremendous ball players.
Troy Daly, number 10, created that foul or caused it or something. Anyway, he got charged with it. 2 minutes, 49 seconds remaining. Blue Devils on top, 51-14.
Almost a 40-point lead. Shot going up there, comes off. Rebounded by Rye Cove's Bowen. Over to number 20. Hutchins, shot up, will not fall. Comes off to number 24. Pass or flipped back in by him to Gibson. Taken away by number 22. Back over to Hutchins. Hutchins driving. Shot up and in.
Rodney's a real good ball player, like I said before the game. And I figured he'd be the high point man tonight, and I believe he is so far, Mike. Hensley again drives to middle.
No bucket, he travels.
Call for Walton. A packed house here tonight. Hutchins out front with the ball, turns around looking for some place to go. Boom. I thought they were going to call that on. Yeah, Matt Quillen, number 34. I don't know, it's a push or something there, and I didn't even see it. Brings to the line Michael Smith, 1-1. Shots up, it's no good. Hutchins on the rebound, turnaround jump shot, no good. Ball's knocked away by number 40, Michael Smith. So Josh Collins checks in for Gate City now.
Research, right, research.
Jason Hensley with the ball, working out over to the side. Back over it in the middle to Austin Ferguson. Boom. I knew that was in there, Mike.
Beautiful shot. Gate City leading 53-16. Passing across court to number 22 of Rye Cove, and finally over to Hutchins. Hutchins' turnaround jumper is in there. Green the ball.
Everything I said he was earlier. He's a good ball player, handler, all-around athlete.
Number 12, Ferguson with the ball, passing over to Hensley, over to number 42. Long shot, no way.
Josh Collins tried to follow his shot, got there a little late. Pass overthrown to Rodney Hutchins, goes out of bounds about the bench of the Gate City. The rest of their players. And Ferguson brings the ball into Hensley. A little slower pace now, 1:20 remaining. Hensley drives to the middle, got a little help from behind there, so the ball didn't even hit the backboard. Hutchins is about a one-man team out there on offense.
That won't work against a team that's playing team defense the way Gate City is, though. You cannot play a one-man team against a group of boys like these. You will not win doing that.
I believe the call was fouled on number 42, Josh Collins. Ball's on the line, up and in. 19-53. You know, if you looked at right, 1953, Backman, you wasn't even born.
Speak for yourself. No.
Ooh, Qualls burns too. Troy Daly now back in the game, number 10 for the Blue Devils. Wants to take it down himself. Takes it down, passes over to Ferguson, took a shot and missed. Rebound is going to jump ball between Jason Hensley.
And the rivalry starting to show itself just a little bit out there.
Says, you may be bigger than I am, but I've got more people here.
It is better off. I believe they're going to call that against Hensley.
He says, I'll take him down here. It don't matter.
Passing Hensley. Hensley shot up and won't fall. Ball comes off to Qualls, going down to Hutchins. Hutchins driving the basket in and out, and comes off. Bowen for rebound, brings it down.
Cove showing a little speed now, Mike. See Johnny Gibson taking a shot. Boom.
A 20-footer from the corner.
Any of
Good.
these JC players can shoot from anywhere. There you go. I heard a fella down here call that for the referee.
Hollers, he walked.
Yeah.
He got
and he
that
did.
right.
Troy Daly now brings the ball in. Jason Hensley. Hensley looks a little red around the eyes. There might have been a little slapping going on out there. I mean, you know, accidental slapping. Ferguson with the ball, long shot. Ooh.
He just set that one up, but it dropped in there like a beautiful picture. Qualls bring the ball down for Rye Cove. 6 seconds on the clock. Shot up and in. Gate City got the ball out. And the buzzer will sound at the half. We're going to go up to the scoreboard. An amazing performance. A 33-point lead for the Blue Devils as they go into the locker room. We'll break, and we'll be back momentarily.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt.
Well, we're back, everyone. As you can see, didn't do it. Hit it again. It did do it. We're on. We were rolling, Bobby. Okay. We're having fun here, getting this thing started. The second half has been a little cranky and cantankerous with us. I believe we started about 3 times there. I'll have to go back and do something with that. You probably saw it. I don't believe I'm going to cut it out. It's cute. Oh, anyhow, we're back at a big-time basketball game down here. The Blue Devils leading by 33 points over the Rye Cove War Eagles. Gate City has played tremendous basketball the entire first half. They've played well as a team, and getting the ball in over here on the near court. Coming in to Hensley, passing over to Morris. Morris back, and long shot by Morris comes out to Hutchins. Hutchins passing, dribbling down court, getting things going here. Over to Bowen. Bowen looking. Pass to Qualls. Qualls. Going around to number 32. He looks, shot goes over the backboard, almost over the backboard. Finally drops in there on a shot by Qualls.
You see the Devils 5 back out there. That's the 5 that originally took the court to start the game, Mike. And you see Jason Morris handling the ball out front. Jason Hensley over to Kevin Morris, I'm sorry. Back again, Morris up.
Ball comes off, rebound by Music, shot up and good.
Tommy Music, 22, is tough on defense.
Bowen passing underneath the Qualls. Qualls, block shot, and the second shot goes up and in.
See him shout and go straight up with his hands that time so he wouldn't commit the foul. Again, Hensley down court over to Music. Music looks inside. That's going to be 2. So, deadly Tommy Music.
Tommy Music can hit those almost from anywhere on the floor.
Defense, Gate City is almost stalled Rye Cove for momentarily. Cannon Qualls drove inside for the layup.
Long pass to the Moose, and he takes a shot off the glass and in there.
Bank shots are, Moose, they can move around different ways. And Kevin, he's a great ball player.
Shot there by Hutchins, won't go, comes down to Music. Music coming down court. He passes off to Hensley. Hensley, layup won't go. He was fouled. He's called for a charging foul. He banged into Qualls there.
Good job by Qualls.
Yeah, Qualls had his foot set down and just said, "Okay, pal, you're not going through here.
Either foul me or
just
stop.
Back off."
Gate City meets them at half court. Music grabs the ball. Gonna be a jump ball. Gate City's ball. Matt Quillen checks in, relieving Hensley. Quillen takes his brace off now. He wouldn't look good on TV.
Sure. Hutchins passing underneath to number 40. Will for the bucket is Michael Smith. Long pass coming down to Music. Music from the corner. It is in there. That young man is amazing from outside.
You can about call it when he shoots. It's soup.
Passing across court to Bowen. Bowen passing underneath down there to number 32. Over around the Qualls. Qualls fighting his way in. No way on that basket. He travels.
And he got a little upset there. He didn't like that call. Matt Quillen will be bringing the ball in for Gate City, passing in to Big Dog Herron. And Herron has really improved over the past couple years. He's a great ball handler, and you can see out front working for the setup. And Kevin Morris put the move inside, back out to Tommy Morris. Tommy in the corner, and I didn't call that shot, so it didn't go in. Shelton quickly seen what was happening, came up and stole the ball.
Bucket will count. Bucket will count on that shot.
Big Dog got mad and come back and got it, so he got a chance at a three-point play here, Mike.
(67-32). 35-point lead now for Gate City.
Again, Brian Herron, Big Dog on the line, shooting one. Beautiful shot.
Qualls takes the ball out, passes in for the War Eagles. Passing across to Hutchins. Hutchins underneath to number 40. Shot up, will go. That's Smith.
Tough. Music again, up and boom.
That young man's amazing.
Remember what I said, Mike.
Every time you called it in, it's been in there. Qualls dribbling, driving underneath. Shot up and will not go. Comes down to Gate City. Rebound there to Matt Quillen. Passing cross court to number 32, the Big Dog. He rolls it around over to Moose, and shot is good. Nice job, nice job. Nice.
And just a junior, Mike.
You know, Gate City is, it's awesome. See how many, got 2 seniors on the starting team.
I'm interested in it.
And we won't.
The Classic will be an interesting game, I think, or a tournament. Moose's thanks. 3-point play. Devils 73, Rocco 34. This seems like
practice.
Hutchins works the ball, double teamed out front by Music and Quillen. And good move inside. Going to be called foul. I believe it's Brian Herron, number 32, Big Dog. Puts number 12 on the line for the Eagles. Alan Bowen. No, he's not on the line.
No, he's going to flip the ball out. Into Hutchins. Hutchins looking around, passes to Bowen. Bowen back to Hutchins at the top of the key, looking and rolling around there, driving inside. Shot off. Comes down to Smith. Foul will be called down there on Quillen.
Quillen can sky. He is. I'm not sure, but I think he can probably out-jump Shelton.
He can out-jump Shelton. He's doing some real jumping. That's a big old guy.
Smith on the line, shooting 1 and 1. No, 2 shots. First one's up and in there. Rocco 35, the Blue Devils of Gate City 73. 4 minutes, 8 seconds remaining, third period of play here in the Devil's Den. Second shot's up and it's missed. Rebound by Matt Quillen. Quick pass to Brian Herron. Herron drives inside, up for the shot, and it's almost in. Big man Qualls, fast breaks to Hutchins and puts the ball right in there. Good job.
Matt Quillen was right after that basketball. Had it been thrown up a second later, it would have been jammed against the glass. Music. No. Comes off to Shelton. Oh, my goodness. Now, there's... Smith, you can play tough, but I believe Shelton can play just as tough as you can. Good call.
Big hand on that one,
Good call by the officials there on the foul.
Blue Devil ball. Into Quillen, and it's up and no good. Shelton knocked it out of Qualls' hands for the turnover.
Down there, passing around. Hutchins back to Bowen, back over to Qualls. Qualls drives, he walked. He just flat took a step before he bounced the ball.
He knew it too, Mike. I mean, there was no question there. Matt Quillen brings the ball into Brian Herron, crosses the half-court mark. A little slower pace now. They're setting Matt Quillen up in the middle, and ooh, easy shot.
Soft touch just rolled in off the rim. Coming
7 now, Mike.
Coming in down there, passing around, goes out.
I'm not sure. I can't see. It looks like 54, Chris Shelton again called with the foul.
Inbounding the ball to Hutchins, shot up quickly, right in there.
And Morris committed a foul over there. So
I believe that's his first foul tonight.
I think it's second, I think.
That's something we need to do, Doug, is keep stats so we'll know what's going on.
We barely can keep up with the ball. We need to borrow a stat sheet or something maybe at halftime. Hutchins makes it a three-pointer. Quillen brings the ball in quick to Brian Hearn, who passes Tom Music. That didn't take but a second. Inside to Shelton, and he missed. Shelton gets his own rebound up, and I think he's going to be fouled. Number 32. Going to be called with the foul for Rock Cove. Tim Dishner brings Shelton to the line. 14 checks in for Rock Cove.
See who that is? That's Harry Moore. Harry Moore coming in for the Cove.
Shelton shooting 2. Let's see if he can make them both. Ooh. 76-40 now. Gate City on top. Shelton again attempts his second free throw after being fouled. Missed. Tommy Music on rebound. Up for the three-pointer.
78-40 now the score. Gate City with almost a 40-point lead.
The blow-away, Mike. And Gate City's not letting up either. They have sure got bragging rights tonight. 3 seconds. Oh. Chris Shelton, I believe. Again, 54 called with the foul. Puts Shannon Qualls on the line. 1-1. Oh. 2 shots, I'm sorry. Again, Bobby Wallington done a good job. Second one's good. 41-78, Devils on top. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, third period of play. Big Dog Heron passes over to Matt Quillen, missed, followed his shot, up and in. Draws the foul from Smith, and Quillen will come to the line for the three-point play.
If he makes this one, that'll give Gate City a 40-point lead. The score is 80-41.
I think, Mike, we're going to see over 100 points scored on Gate City's side tonight.
I do believe we will. It's been almost 30 points. There goes.
Quillen's shot is no good.
Shot no good. Ball goes over to Rye Cove. No, excuse me, they say it's Gate City's basketball.
White ball.
White ball.
Big Dog Brian Heron will be throwing the inbounds pass. And I think we're going to see it go to Music. Yeah, I was right. So Tommy's going to hit this one. And,
that was nothing but smooth as silk.
That's what you call a good basketball player, Mike.
Pass under to Smith, gets away from him. Gate City's basketball.
He didn't argue, he just ran away from it. Jason Hensley now back in for Gate City, 2 minutes, 20 seconds.